tanks are tough. They're made to take a lick like that. All right, I'm back where the storm come through the other night. That was on Thursday night. I came by here Friday, right before it got dark. This is a tree that smashed the propane tank. There's the propane tank. We'll walk around there and look at it. But anyhow, I come over here because it's in the dark when I was working these trees, and I wanted to just kind of look at everything in the daylight so I could see what was going on. And when I got around here, I noticed there was some water coming out of the ground right down there a little bit. And so I walked back up here, and when I got to this spot right here, I could hear the water. Well, I seen those PVC pipes. I said, okay, all right, there we go. And I run back, got my shovel, dug this one up. This is number one. I didn't even see these other ones over here. They were covered up. But number one right here, it's a 1-inch main line that feeds it. That's the feed line going into the irrigation system right there. I took my shovel, dug down, and it broke the 1-inch line completely off. The water had been running out of that 1-inch line for about 23 hours or so. So I called the guy that owns the place here, and I said, hey man, I said, you've got a water line back here and busted. I said, when this tree clay rooted and went over, I said it busted a 1-inch line back here. I said, where can I shut your water off at? He walked me through where the water shut off was, and I finally found it. It took me a little while to find it because it's kind of covered up with leaves and everything, and got it located and got the water shut off. But I am going to go ahead and cut this tree off of this tank for them. But you can see that tree, them tanks are tough. They're made to take a lick like that. Look, it put the end of that tank in the ground, and it broke the line. It was leaking gas. So the night when I was over here, I smelled the gas. I was over there running like a scalded ape, man, in the front. And they tried to stop me one time. I kept getting a whiff of gas, and I didn't pay no attention. I'm like, y'all just leave me alone. I got double hearing protection in, you know. I can't hear what they saying. Jill's in here with me. And so I got done, and I said, hey, y'all. I said, y'all smell any gas? And Jill goes, yeah. That's why we were trying to stop you a while ago. And the guy that owns it said, yeah, I got a tree that's done hit my propane tank in the backyard. And he said, there's gas coming out of it. I said, okay. So I come back here. Sure enough, you could hear the gas. You could see the propane was all sitting on the ground, like low to the ground down there. So I finally got that lid pried back. It was under that tree. I pried it back enough to where I could get to the valve and shut it, because it just broke the line there that does it. So I'm gonna get over here first. I don't want this thing to stand back up. I'm gonna get over here on my grapple and dig some dirt off of it first, where the stump is not so heavy, because I don't want that thing to flop back and break none of this stuff that they just had to have fixed. If you're still watching, that's a 28-inch bar on the 400 that I'm running, full chisel, full comp chain. Saw has no problem pulling that son of a gun, man. Just listen to it. Y'all imagine the force that was on that thing to push it down on the ground like it did. Like, yeah, that's crazy. And it's not even dented. These tanks are tough. So they're designed to take a lick like that. Because can you imagine if it did crush it, spark, blew up, man, it'd smoke that house slap off top of this hill right here. But yeah, man. So now they can come in and do whatever they want to do or need to do to it. Get it back upright. I'm not sure how they're gonna do this one. I could take it and set it back up, but I'm gonna leave it just like it is right there. All I do is just grab it and pick it up. But there's a regulator right there. This is where it was leaking from. There and maybe there. I'm not sure. Yeah. Just gonna leave all that right there for now till everything gets situated with the insurance claim, and then we'll go from there or whatever and stuff. He ended up having 9 trees down, this one here, and then there was 5 on his driveway out there, and a couple more in the front. That worked out. I'm gonna have to end up with the stump grinder over here once I get it back, because like over here on that side, you see that 1 liter root right there? Okay, it goes down in there, and it may or may not be around that water line. What I'll do is I'll take the stump grinder and I'll eat down through all that stuff, cut all them roots. I'll come over here and I'll cut all these roots with it and kind of grind in it where I can get some more, because that dirt, just that way that the root ball is on that one, it just really didn't want to do. And I'll get a lot of that mess off of it with the stump grinder, and then that can go right back in the hole, and I'll kind of dress it up, you know, and get it all fixed up. It's not gonna surprise me if them lines right there, because they're gonna be right down in there where that crack is, if it didn't damage one of them. I don't know if they tried the irrigation system or not, but I don't know. We'll see. So I'm fixing these on out of here. I'm going on to the next job now. So lunch, right at lunch. Let's go.